Hello and happy New Year! Yet again.
That was a quick New Year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a quick New Year. All right, today we were talking about saving money on a high protein diet. So I know everybody, except me, is on a high protein. I'm going on my toast diet. Everybody but me is on a high protein diet.
I thought you were going to say a ho-ho diet.
I think I should. Maybe I should go on the Twinkie and Ding Dong diet. I know everybody is on a high protein diet right now. So I thought I would share some tips on how I save money on protein because hamburger is super expensive right now. So I'm just curious, type 1, if you guys are still buying beef in any way, shape, or form, and type 2 if you're not. I am not buying any beef at the moment. But as I was researching which videos to do for my other channel today, I was like, oh my goodness, people are still buying ground beef, even though it's ridiculously expensive. And so I'm just curious where you guys all stand. Oh, it's about half and half at the moment. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't think it would be half and half. There's no way I would spend that amount, but I may have to do it for my videos. And so I was researching some of the prices and I was like, oh my goodness, $6 for a pound of ground beef. I honestly never thought I would see the day, but all right. So the first way, wow, everybody's still buying beef. Oh, that's very interesting. So type in what your prices are because here it's $6 for a pound of ground beef. So I'm kind of curious how much you guys are paying. It's beef. It's what for dinner? Well, for you it is because you're actually growing your own dinner. So I would hope so. We actually had Longhorn the other day.
At a rancher friend's house.
We had Longhorn beef at our rancher friend's house. He's a saddle maker, and we were like, you need to start a YouTube channel. So we were over there talking to them about that. We're going to have the whole town of Sheridan doing YouTube channels pretty soon. $5.49 is what everybody's saying. Very interesting. Okay. So Karen got 9 pounds for $3.99. So $3.48. Okay. Well, if you're still buying it for that, I can see why. I haven't seen that price for probably 4 months here. So let's get on to how I save on protein. First thing, switch over to chicken, pork, eggs. That's the number one thing. So here's how I do chicken. This big box of 40 pounds. For $69. Which is about $1.70, $1.60, $1.70 a pound. So for us here, that's a really good deal. So for me, it's worth having to repackage this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, holy macaroni, that's a lot of chicken. So these are huge pieces that aren't cut. So what I'm going to do is cut these up into tenderloins because that's the size we use the most. And then I already have that. Okay, so let me just say here, yes, I know a tenderloin is a specific cut of beef. I'm just saying the tenderloin shape and size is what I was meaning when I said that. Pre-done for my dinners. Now this is going to take me, I don't know. I'm going to time myself and see how long this actually takes. And then I will let you know for sure. But it doesn't really take me that long. Okay, so what I said was it took me 20 minutes to save $90. Dinner's worth of chicken messes. Oops. Hold on, guys. Bleach water around each bag. Okay, just a second. I got my video messed up here. Let me go back just a moment. Now this is going to take me, I don't know. I'm going to time myself and see how long this actually takes. And then I will let you know for sure. But Doesn't really take me that long to do. Then I'm going to put them in bags, close the bags. And then what I do is I run a rag with bleach water around each bag because I'm not going to wash my hands in between bagging each piece of chicken. Okay, that took me 15 minutes to get 40 dinners worth of chicken cut up. Now it's going to take me 5 minutes to bleach my sink and clean up my mess. Guys, please, I am begging you, stop using vinegar to clean up bacteria-infested messes. Vinegar does not disinfect. It does not disinfect. Stop listening to the internet. It's a lie. Go look at your health department website. It does not work. Bleach instead. Use bleach to clean up your bacteria messes. All right, I got these boxes of chicken here. They were $10 off, so it's $59, so $60 for 40 pounds of chicken. $1.50 a pound for this chicken. So I'm going to take and put it into Ziploc bags and freeze it so we can eat it later. All right, so I got all this chicken and all this chicken there and right there. Then I have this chicken and 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 this chicken. So all this is going in the freezer. Now I'm gonna go bleach everything and then throw it in the freezer. Okay, there is 80 pounds of chicken right there, all ready to go for dinner. Okay, now let me say that right here you can see I also buy my chicken in tenderloins already prepackaged in 5-pound bags. And so what we do is when those are on sale, I'll stock up as many as my store will allow me. Well, usually they don't have a limit. It's just as many as they have on hand, and they usually only get a few. So I'll go get 2 or 3 boxes of the prepackaged frozen tenderloins too, because that saves a lot of time and, you know, energy on there. So you guys can see I got my bananas in there too that I'm frozen. All right, now for the next one. $1.74 a pound for this chicken right here. I'm gonna probably get, I don't know, 4 or 5 mils out of this because we're only feeding 3 now. Okay, so now buying it through the discount, not the discount, the clearance stickers. Now, I one time had a guy, when I was getting a whole bunch, which you'll see in just a minute, I had a guy tell me, oh, I'm not going to eat old food. It's not old. It's just that the meat is going to have its best by, or not its best by, its sell by date, either that day or the next day. So the store has to sell it. So they mark it down, and then I just throw it in the freezer. So that's why here you can see how it's frozen. So here's the chicken that I got on sale at Walmart for $1.24 a pound and $1.49 a pound. They had all of this chicken, and you can see I was just stocking up and stocking up because I hadn't seen it that price for a long time. So when it was $1.24, you can bet I'm getting all that I can get there. And they had a ton of it on clearance. And so then I just take it in these packages, and I don't repackage them or anything. I just throw it straight in the freezer, just like this. So you can see there, that one was $1.40 a pound, and it needed to be sold the next day. And then I think I got 25 packages of this chicken, and I got all my freezer. And so here's the one that was $1.26. So you can see I really did get it for that price. This isn't AI or anything like that. You can see the date there. And this is what it looked like in the cooler at Walmart, which is where I got this from because I only have a couple. And then this is part of what I've got. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 of those. So I got 21 of those. And then I just took and just stacked them all in the freezer just like that. They just go straight in the freezer, just without anything extra or special. Now here is $1.59 a pound. And these were huge chicken breasts. And so they, what is going on with my videos today? Hold on, guys. Let me get going here. So you can see I got a whole bunch of these ones too. But each of these chicken breasts right here, each of these, so each packet was like 3 to 5 pounds. So each chicken breast was like 1.5 to 2 pounds each. They were absolutely huge. This chicken for $4.61 on clearance. Don't be afraid to buy your meat on clearance. That's just the day that the store has to sell it by. It's not the day that it has to be used by. I buy them on clearance and then I put them in the freezer and pull them out when I need them. You can see here, boneless, skinless chicken breasts are on sale for buy one, get one free. You would think that's a good deal, but look at the price at $8.49. I regularly get my boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $3 and under. A lot of times I can still find it for $1.49 to $1.79 a pound, and then I just fill up my freezer and throw it in there. You need to know the price per pound and what is a good price per pound in your area. Then you can definitely know if buy one, get one free is a good deal or not. All right, so I'll get a lot of people who talk about buy one, get one free this and that. And it's like, okay, I don't think I have ever purchased any item that was buy one, get one free in all of my years of saving money on my groceries. Because of all the grocery stores that I've been to, it actually costs more doing the buy one, get one free than it does just for the regular sell price. So I don't think I've ever stocked up on buy one, get one free. So don't fall for that marketing trick that buy one, get one free is cheaper, because it's probably not. Okay, I'm showing you how I'm going to make 5 dinners at least out of this chicken. I might get 7 or 8, I don't know. But I'm going to put it all in my Instant Pot here. Then I'm going to add extra water so that I have broth for one of my meals. All right, and then I have my seasoned salt. I'm just going to salt it a little bit. That was a joke, guys. Okay. And it's all right. I'm going to do this for about an hour and a half because it's mostly defrosted. And then I'll check it and see. So I'm pre-cooking my meat for the first dinner. So what I'm doing is I'm pre-cooking all of my meat for the entire week of dinners the first night, and then all I have to do is add the ingredients. I don't have to cook any meat for the rest of the nights, and that'll go much quicker for my dinners. All right, so here's how you tell if your chicken is done. See how it falls apart? If it doesn't just shred like that, then go ahead and put it in for another half hour. Now I'm going to save all this broth for my chicken and noodles, and we're going to get this shredded up, and then we've got our meat ready for 5 days worth of dinners.
And lunches.
And lunches. Does it look delicious?
It does.
Yay. By the way, have you guys seen those videos where they take and shred the chicken with the hand mixer? Please stop doing stuff like that. All it does is just make more work for yourself. Your chicken's cooked properly, it will just shred with a fork. This literally took me like 1.5 minutes and it was all shredded. Then I don't have to pick chicken pieces off the mixer beater. Now I get a lot of people asking about recipes for 1 or 2 people. So what I do when it's just my husband and I will buy a big package like this because it's cheaper by the pound. And then I will just cut it up into either the tenderloins, or if I'm going to be cooking chicken breasts, usually I cut them in half so that they cook quicker. I'm doing tenderloins now because that's what I want. And literally it takes me 5 minutes to cut up this amount of chicken. Okay, then what I do is I take my plastic storage bag here, and this is a serving for 2 people or for lunch and dinner for 1 person. So we're gonna have fajitas one day, so I'm gonna put that in and get my fajita stuff already going. Then another day we're gonna have the Montreal seasoning. Now, guys, we have these recipes in our cookbook for the spices. What I do is just go in, and I've had these for a long time, and I just refill them, and then I just already know what they are. So then just mush it together, and then just throw it in the freezer like that. I don't have the smaller freezer bags at the moment, so that's why I did this. And then you could just take this out as needed and cook it up for each dinner. All right, I'm moving all of my stuff to, oops. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to finish on the chicken. So the first tip is to start with the chicken and things like pork because they are just significantly cheaper. So those are all the ways that I do my chicken so that I save money. I don't know that I've ever gone to the store and just bought something because I felt like eating it that night. I utilize my freezer even when I just had a regular freezer just on the refrigerator, and no extra freezers. Even when I had just that, I just used that to my advantage and just stocked up as much as I could. No, it's not near as much as stocking up with a big, standalone freezer, but it's still something that you could do. And even when we lived in Idaho, 70 miles from the grocery store each way, I still kept the freezer full of meat because that was the number one way to save was meat. I didn't put bread in there. I didn't put, I did do some cheese probably, but like butter, you don't need to freeze butter. That just stayed in the refrigerator. So I mostly kept meat in there all the time.
Yep.
All right.
Apples when the tree was producing.
Yeah, and apples. Well, when we did, yeah. All right. So before I get to my next tip, Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Those are our cookbooks, 25% off now. Right in the description is the link, or Michael put it also in the comments. And then we also have my gluten-free, dairy-free edition. Now, I wrote these to save money on your grocery bill. So all of these tips are in there because I wanted to have a frugal encyclopedia on how to save money and cook all in one place. All the recipes you need in one place. How to make tortillas, how to make taco seasoning, how to make mashed potatoes, how to make bread if you want to. Bread, you don't have to make homemade bread, but if you want to, you can. How to make chocolate chip cookies, how to make oatmeal cookies. All those basic recipes are in there to help you get started. Okay, now the next tip is bacon. Now, I buy bacon in, my store sells them in boxes like the chicken also. So sometimes I will get a 40-pound or 3 or 4 boxes of bacon, and I will pre-package them or repackage them all into usable sizes for me. So here's what I was doing with this. I had a freezer die, and so here's what I did. My third freezer, and I am tired of moving this bacon. So I'm defrosting it, and I am going to get it cooked up into regular bacon pieces and get the fat into ice cube trays to save because it's in 2 tablespoon portions, and so it's easier to use. So, gonna get this cooked up, and then it is almost, well, let's see, 9 o'clock at night, 8:40. I have been cooking ghee and bacon since 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's a slow process, but it's not really difficult. So I went and sat down and edited, come and stir, edited, stir, edited, stir. So I got, I think about 25 pounds of butter made into ghee, and then I will probably have about 15, maybe 20 pounds of bacon made. But then I will get it all down and make more room in my freezer. It's not a lot of food for all that work. All that 20 pounds of bacon got me all this, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dinners and a couple of breakfasts, but I'm not going to use these all for BLTs. What I'll probably do is use them for scrambled eggs, deviled eggs, potato salad, and I'll just pull a packet out of the freezer and defrost it and use it in those, and it's already cooked up. It is, can you see? 10 o'clock at night. Whew, I'm tired. It's not a lot of food for... All right, just to give you a day in the life moment here. Fried up all that bacon grease. It was 10 o'clock at night. I could not clean, and look what I just did. I started cleaning it up, but I had bacon grease that I literally dropped. Oh, you gotta love it. Okay, so now all I really had to clean originally was this little bit of burned. And these couple of spots here. All right. There we go. Oh, fresh as a daisy again. Okay. And you can see right there. Can you see where my hole was? You can't see it, but it's right there. I am so happy how my paint turned out. Yes. Okay, so let me show you real quick. I do the little cubes because if you fill them 3/4 full, right there, it's exactly 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. So this makes it great if you're counting calories or you just need to know a precise amount. Now, my family has shrunk, so I don't have as many kids at home. I only have, well, let's see, how many do I have? I have 4 at home instead of 7 of us. And so I have been freezing in these little cubes because it is just so convenient. If you want to use a regular tray, it is still 2, oops, I got that one just shy, but it's still 2 tablespoons. So now I'm going to throw this in the freezer and show you how they just pop out. Okay, here they are frozen, and I just pop them out. Whoops. I store my bacon cubes just like this in the freezer, and I take one, rub it all over my griddle, just like so. There we go. Then I just throw it back in there. Okay, I use bacon grease even when I'm just frying regular chicken. It just adds a really good flavor. I've got bacon grease right here. I just keep on my counter. I just do a small jar and I melt it in my pan. and make my scrambled eggs with it. All right, so that is how I do my bacon grease and cook up my bacon so it's pre-cooked, so I don't have to cook bacon every time I want to eat it because that's such a pain. So I just pre-cook it all. I mean, bacon's a pain no matter how you do it. So I just pre-cook it all. And then if I don't dump the bacon all over the kitchen or the grease all over the kitchen, then I will save the bacon grease like I showed you there. So those are the ways that I save on meat. Right now we are eating mostly pork and chicken. Like I said, we're not eating beef very much, although as I was looking up recipes, everybody's still eating beef. So I guess I'm going to go spend $6 a pound on I don't know. I got issues with that. Let me see what the price is today because I'm just like, my goodness, I just can't bring myself to do it, but I'm going to have to because it's a prop for my videos.
I was going to say, if it's for the show.
Oh, so now it's $4.99. So it's gone down this week a little bit. $4.99 if I buy 5-pound chub. I don't know if they have 10 pounds at this store. It does not look like they do. So it looks like $4.99 is about the best deal that I can get now, which actually that's better. I never thought I would be paying $4.99 for ground beef. It's a good thing I'm not on the carnivore diet right now.
Yeah.
Because it would be the carne chicken diet.
Well, yeah. We have been eating a lot of chicken because mostly to save money. Chicken's a lot better.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness.
And the
Just Vicky says she gets her beef from Good Ranchers. Oh my goodness. I think that beef is like $15 a pound. It's absolutely ridiculous. I know all these YouTubers are promoting them, but sorry.
But since our friends made it for us, we enjoyed it.
I'll just go get it from my own rancher friends, but holy moly. Hello, Connie. Haven't seen you for a long, long time. What happened to you? So Mike's going to send me your comments and questions. We had an interesting Christmas. So me and two of the boys ended up with the flu. So we pretty much basically canceled Christmas. I mean, we had Christmas, but I only made like 5 dishes over what we normally do. We did open presents with the boys, but we were all not feeling good. Mike was the only one. Mom and Mike were the only two that were feeling good.
Yeah.
So
knock on wood, I never got sick the whole time.
Yeah.
Although I had been really sick a couple months before and no one else got it. So maybe it was delayed. Maybe
it was food poisoning and we didn't know it. I don't know. But anyway, we ended up having to we were going to have some friends over for Christmas Day dinner. Ended up having to cancel that in case it was the flu. We didn't want to spread it to them. So our Christmas kind of got blown. Then New Year's, we got the new refrigerator cabinet built in the kitchen after 3 years after our remodel. It's still not finished. I have to go buy more trim now because I don't have enough trim left over. But it has silenced is this the 4th refrigerator?
I think so.
Silenced our 4th refrigerator since we started our remodel 3 years ago.
I was thinking, she said, I can still hear it. And then she went and sat on the chair in the living room. She's like, I don't hear it at all from here.
So even though it wasn't near as bad as the first refrigerator, which you could hear in that video, it was still bad. So it was still picking up in the video. So I'm testing videos now to see if I don't have to leave the refrigerator door open every time I do videos now.
Even though most everybody was sick, we still did get together. Like we played cards. Jill came over and we played cards, which we like a lot.
So
And-
then New Year's, we had one of my sons wanted to have a New Year's party. So all of his friends wouldn't go out and drinking because they wanted to have a sober New Year's party. So we invited like 20 people. I made all this food. And then me and another mom from my other son's school were going back and forth on who was having the New Year party for the teenagers. And we kept going back and forth. First, we were having New Year's party, then we weren't. Then we were having it, then we weren't. So we were just like, okay, we're just going to have it at our house. And after all that, I made all this food, which you'll see in upcoming videos on my other channel. But I made all this food, and we had 3 families show up. And so it was like, what, 4 people, 5 people or something, 4 or 5 people.
And then a handful of his friends. A small.
No, that was it. That's including his friends.
There was the family, and then there was
3 of them, the 1 kid, and then the 2. So I guess 6.
And then our friends came, and they couldn't stand it till 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So anyway,
if
New
you're
Year's
out there, say something. Sir.
New Year's was a total bomb for us, but didn't have to eat food for the next week, so that was good. And I got videos made, so it was no big deal, but it was just funny. And then let's see, Mike ended up on crutches again because his meniscus tear is still hurting him. So been hearing about that a lot lately. All you ladies know what I mean.
Oh, wait now.
Just waiting for some earplugs, ordering some earplugs. And then
you're just upset because the dishes are piling up now.
Yeah. For last weekend, I decided to go ahead and redecorate my bedroom. So I thought I'd show you guys a little preview. I think I might do a video on it, but wait, why is this? Hold on. For some reason, the video is not working right. So let me do this. Do that. There we go. Okay. So here is my bedroom before. I don't know. Did I talk? Here's how my bedroom was before. I kind of just threw everything together. And
I hear sound, but no.
Didn't have a cohesive pattern or anything. I just kind of threw stuff in there that I liked. And I was going to go for blue, but didn't really end up. So right there was my pile of all my pictures and decorations that I had gathered for the room. The old curtains, all of that. And we had this TV that had been there that we have never used, that stayed with the house when we bought it. And
didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. So I was tired of all these piles of decorations. Of course, a couple of those piles are Christmas returns. I think, am I the only one? I think I returned at least double of what we kept for Christmas presents this year.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. I took back 20 things to Walmart and at least 15 things to Amazon. And I only bought presents for 4 of us for 4 people this year. I don't know. Am I the only one? So there was the before, and I got it done. And here, so got my dresser door, is part of the after. Now, one thing I did was I repainted this chest. Oops, am I talking here?
I think you're talking quietly.
Notice something there? Yeah, I picked up the wrong can of stain. So instead of matching the top, they're different. But I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and strip it because I really like this color better. So I'm going to strip the top and redo the top, even though it's beautiful. I can't believe I did that. So after I did that, yesterday, Dave and I, so yesterday I put it on cardboard and everything in my room, put the stripper on it. The stripper was not taking off the finish. And let me tell you, that finish was beautiful. I have never done a piece of furniture that ever had a finish that looked that good before. I just wanted to cry trying to get that off. So I let the stripper sit on there for 6 hours. Didn't even budge it. So Dave and I carried it outside to the deck, took the sander today, and I sanded the whole thing down. And this stupid dresser, what was dumb was it was $25 to start with. I did a video 4 years ago when I got it, and it was the biggest pain in the butt to refinish in the first place. So I didn't get it done. Well, then,
It looks nice like that. That's the way you had it?
yeah, that was the way I had it. So then I go in and did I not get the other? Oh, shoot. Did I not get the other video in there? I thought I did. Which one is this one?
Right.
Nope,
So,
that's the same one.
disregard.
Okay, so I must have missed it. So then I went in and
But
so then I went in and it ended up being the same color. So what I determined was apparently the drawer fronts and the drawer top were 2 different colors or 2 different woods. So when I put the stain on, it came out 2 different colors. I should have just left it the way it was originally. I just wanted to throw up. And then not only that, now there's a great big, it looks like a handprint. It's not a handprint. Something happened with the stain. And there's big, like, blotches right in the center. It absolutely looks awful. So it was still the wrong color. So I went and got some. I had some cherry stain downstairs. So I went and got it and put it on top. And it took some of that stain off. I don't know why, but it did. So it took some of that stain off and added kind of a red tinge. So I'm just going to have to put a doily where the big blotch is. I just wanted to cry. All that, this bedroom redo that I thought was going to be easy was not. But anyway, let me show you the end here. There is the end.
Ooh.
I painted the back wall there. And this was at night. I haven't gotten the before and after pictures done. This was at night. And then I redid, in this one you can see I redid on the right. I got new all the sides. I got new pictures all hung up. All those pictures I've been collecting at garage sales for $1. Got all those hung up. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. I think maybe if I start doing, how do I get back?
Oh.
If I start doing videos for Living on a Dime again, I'm going to go ahead and do a makeover video on this because it did turn out really, really nice. But oh my goodness, it was a pain in the patootie.
It looks so nice.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to get to your comments and questions. Thank you, everyone who's loving how good it looks.
You might look at the last few first because it's about the thing you were just talking about.
Looks great. Thank you, guys. Tara, where'd you get your oil lamp? Are you meaning the antique one? My parents had that. It's over 100 years old. I'm just waiting for it to crash one day and just shatter. But I've been so careful with that thing. But I've had that I've had it my entire life. So I don't know where my parents got it or where my dad got it, but probably just an antique store.
Oh, I think that's Patty's question. I think she's also asking about where do you get the lamp oil?
Just Walmart has it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Just Walmart has it. So, yeah, so got all those. All right, going to get to your comments and questions here. So that was how we spent our Christmas and our time off. I tried not to do any work. I did a small amount, but I really didn't do a whole lot of work. Was trying to take a break. So anyway.
It was cool to see her reading some, just for fun.
Passionate Herbs. I'm looking forward to this. I'm currently following Weight Watchers and it works great. I've lost 40 pounds, 20 more to go. That's probably what I need to do. My problem is I don't eat unhealthy. I just eat too much. Like I'll eat 5 or 6 handfuls of nuts because I'm just hungry and needing energy. Although I did start a new supplement that's giving me a little bit more energy. So that might help, hopefully. But anyway, and Barbara says her and her husband followed the Dukin diet. I've never heard of that. What is that?
I don't know. How's
What
it
is the
spelled?
Dukin diet. That's a new one on me. Dukin diet. High protein, low carb. Oh, just high protein. Oh, just high protein, low carb. Okay.
In 4
So-
phases.
I don't know why you would be doing that, but okay. What's so funny about all this is everybody talks about how new this is. I got all of my my great-grandma's recipe collection and all of her diet stuff, because she was diabetic and she was really overweight. I'm overweight, but she was really overweight, like 350 pounds or so. And I got all of her diabetic stuff and everything. And you know what they say in there? Cut out all the bread, cut out all the sweets. Well, what does that leave you? Meat and vegetables. It's been high protein for the last 100 years. Everybody acts like it's something new, but it's not anything new.
Well, speaking of high protein, did you say anything besides the discounts on meat? Because you can eat other things too, right? Or is it not?
Well, yeah, I mean eggs, but how many ways do you fix eggs?
Gotcha.
Scramble them, omelet, hard boiled. I mean, so anyway, yeah. Okay, let's see. Kathy, are your books and ebooks not available just in the States? So our print books are only available in the United States, and you can thank your governments for that. That has nothing to do with us. That is the customs and the taxes in Canada, Australia, England, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, all of you people who are begging us to ship internationally. I am so sorry. But
we did it for a while, but we were losing
we were
money.
losing thousands of dollars.
It was largely because
we couldn't do it anymore.
The shipping would cost like $70.
Mm-hmm.
And people would say, I'm willing to spend that because I love the book. But then it would be seized at customs and the customer wouldn't receive it. So then we had to pay the $70 and
it was a nightmare.
Lost it completely. So
yeah,
that was kind of that. And then some of the countries started sending us messages saying, hey, you need to set up a bureaucratic system to track our taxes in our country, and you need to report
charge VAT tax and all that.
And it was just too much for
That's not worth
small
it.
business. Yeah.
We just couldn't do it, and I refuse to do it anymore. I'm just not going to go through the brief. So you can do ebooks if you would like. We do have it available in that form, though, for you.
Wish we could bring them to you. That would be awesome.
All right, let's see. Everybody's getting meat for about $4.99 a pound. That's good. Amy says she buys a whole brisket at Walmart for $4.89. There you go. Well, that's a really fatty meat, though. Brisket, probably half of brisket is fat. So that's really still not a great deal because you get so much fat with that.
But it's so delicious if you're not on a diet.
Yeah. Donna says chicken strips cook up quick and easy. My mother always taught me to pre-cut meat is more expensive. So that's not always true. Like those chicken tenderloins that I get, they're $1.79 a pound was the last batch I bought. So, that's not always true. I mean, it can be as a general rule, but don't just write it off, just assuming. Katie says she made the banana bread from my Dining on a Dime Volume 1 for the first time. I tried many other recipes for banana bread, but yours is the best. Thank you. I got that recipe from my friend Robin when I was 19 years old. I have been making that recipe for 30. I'm not that old. 34 years. 34 years, right?
It's really delicious. I absolutely love it.
The best banana bread you will ever eat. So thank you, Robin, if you ever run across this video. All right. Yeah, everybody's agreeing about bleach is the only way to go. Yes, vinegar will kill a little bit of germs, but it does not disinfect and sanitize. And that's what you need when you are cooking with meat. You need to disinfect and sanitize. So anyway, thank you guys for all of the Christmas cards. Mom got them. I got them. Grandma is doing better, sort of. She's not quite doing as well as she was before she went into the hospital. So we're not sure. She is on hospice. to help her because she does have some major medical issues, but they haven't given us, said anything like, oh, she's got, X amount of time or anything like that. They're just called in because she has these things. And so hospice is able to help out with those. But she's still with the living.
Well, and it's
Still
not
with us.
It's a little different because this hospice situation is said to be not as, I mean, you never know when you're 97 years old. But the thing is, it's not as imminent in terms of they didn't call them in because they think she's imminently going to go. So
Yeah.
So it's mostly because of the type of help she needed and what they can offer, which is awesome.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. I got all the really cute gnome cards. Tons and tons of cards. Thank you. I forgot the name. I was going to bring it over for the lady who sent me she sent me a gnome kitchen sponge. Thank you so much. That was so cute. And then I got a calendar, a gnome calendar. Thank you. And then I also have tea that's waiting, I think, at the post office for me. So thank you guys for all the gifts. We haven't been to the post office for like 10 days because we've been down with the flu. So anyway, yeah, it's been fun. That's for sure. All right. James says we get deer meat from a friend of church. Yeah, that's a good idea. We could probably get it here too. Donna liked my bacon cubes idea. Thank you. Oh, and Donna says ground turkey. Yes, I actually did stock up on ground turkey. That was a tip. Can you see the next one that I forgot? Ground turkey was 99 cents a pound at my store the other day. So I did stock up on ground turkey. I got like 20 pounds. Even though we don't like it for everything, it's good for things like chili and sloppy joes and things like that. So I do use it for those things. All right, Mike's going to send me the questions here. Here it is. Tanya says, sorry you were sick. My niece had RSV and missed coming to our house. Oh, that's too bad. Badlands, forecast for beef is not getting any cheaper for the now 3 years. Oh, stop it. Yeah, I know. That's what you've been saying, and our rancher friends here are agreeing with you on that. And they said here in the United States, the problem is all the old ranchers are dying off and their families aren't taking over the ranches. And so they're just being bought up by corporations or just going out of business. So yeah. Leap of Faith got some clearance beef for $3.80 a pound. That's good now. Yep, that is good. Janet says we purchased half a side beef from a local farmer. Yep. Donna says with the price of meat, I'm thinking of learning to cook and freeze-dried beans. Yeah. Now, I will say something interesting is when we were at our friends eating the Longhorn, both Mike and I were like, wait a minute. I'm not getting sick eating this. I don't know what's up. I don't know why it's any different. I don't know if it's because it was grass-fed. Because I've had grass-fed. The doctors have, I don't know how many thousands of times I've been on a grass-fed diet. And it still makes me sick eating it from the store. So I don't know why their grass-fed beef would be different. But neither Mike or I got sick eating it. It was kind of nice being able to eat meatloaf without getting sick.
Well, and I think because they are ranchers, they don't skimp on the portions. We do. I mean,
yeah.
Just because, it costs a lot.
Marilyn says, on a happy note, gas in California is finally affordable again. Never thought I'd see it under $5 a gallon. That's crazy, isn't it? It was $2.50 this morning when I went to physical therapy.
And we're probably 60 or 70 cents more than the rest of Wyoming.
Yeah, because we're so secluded.
Our town is the only town that has the highest price of gas here. Mm-hmm. So, wow, it must be really cheap in other places.
Oh, it was Linda. Yes, it was Linda that sent me the gnome sink sponge. Thank you, Linda. I think it was so stinking cute. I don't want to use it. But then I do want to use it because it's so stinking cute. Let's see. Lori says, we did not have Christmas yet with my parents. Mom ended up having brain surgery of a rare infection, nocardia. Still in the hospital having problems with insurance. Dad next door with Alzheimer's. Oh my goodness, you poor thing. Maybe you could just have a nice little calm celebration if things calm down a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. Many Badlands. People also need to realize meat prices reflect what it costs the producer to raise an animal. Yep, exactly. You're not raising it to sell at a loss. Exactly. People keep hollering about the farmers, being all rich and everything, which, I mean, a lot of the farmers I knew, they are rich. They're getting all these subsidies and stuff. And now Canada's totally different than the United States. But at the same time, yeah, there are a lot of farmers that don't make a lot of money. So anyway, thank you everyone who's loving my new bedroom makeover. I love that green. I'll do a picture in the day sometime when it's light out so you can see the green. But it's kind of this color green. And kind of a mix between my sweater and my cup. So I want to paint the outside of my house that color. I just don't know if I have the energy to paint the outside of my house.
That's why you had boys.
I don't trust them to paint. I am very particular in my painting.
She's really good at her painting too.
I want zero, and I mean zero. I want zero paint on my trim.
Why don't you trim it?
My trim is crisp and clean.
Like we did that time at that place across from K-Life when we were doing the walls. Why don't you trim it and let everybody else do the rollers or big stuff?
I could.
Yeah. Because we had a bunch of kids painting in a room and they were painting the big swaths of open stuff.
Actually, that's what I could do. Hire a bunch of kids for Jack's friends for this summer to come over instead of a painting company. Because I think it would, I don't know. I bet it would cost $10,000 or $15,000 to have our house painted.
Oh, wait, probably even more.
Do you think?
Crazy. Well, a friend of mine who had a house here in town that was like 800,000 square feet, they quoted him like $10,000. We have a lot of building to be painted.
How much did it say? Yeah, $10,000 to $20,000. I just cannot pay $20,000. I haven't even spent $20,000 on a car.
That doesn't include this building.
Oh my goodness! It would probably cost us at least $35,000 to paint everything.
To have someone else paint it, but for us, it would be.
There is no way I'm paying a year's salary from what? Not that long ago. What, 10 years ago? 10 years ago, we were on that. Well, 12 years ago, we were on a year's. Yeah, there's no way. $35,000? I'll just call Jack's friends. I'll pay them. Oh, yeah, I'll just call them. Okay. All right. So
they would need a little supervision, but they would do a good job with supervision.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
You're going to hire all the kids in town for various things, aren't we?
Yeah. All right. Kimberly says Cuban black beans rice is my favorite rice recipe. Ooh, that sounds good. Dear Path Treasures, you can send me the next one. Would love to hear what new supplement you're trying. So this is kind of funny, actually. So I was on glutathione shots, but or IV pushes, glutathione IV pushes. Well, I only have one vein that they can ever get an IV in, so I can't just do that twice a week for the rest of my life. So I had to stop, and I was trying the pills. Well, they were working. I don't know that they were working. But I thought, well, I'll try it one more time and then up the amount that I'm taking. So I thought I ordered those and I got them and I was taking them like, wow, this is really doing better this time. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to be doing that much better. It was a totally wrong supplement. Instead of glutathione, I got glutamine. I got glutamine instead of glutathione. I got glutamine. Glutamine.
Yeah.
Which is amino acid. And I always do so much better when I take amino acids.
So does that mean the glutathione wasn't really
I don't think the glutathione was actually doing anything. Well, I mean, the IV pushes were. I know those were doing something because as soon as I would get one of those things, holy cow, an hour later, bam, I was cleaning, I was cooking, I was making videos. I was feeling like a totally new person.
What kind of doctor was it that was giving you those?
The functional medicine.
Oh, okay.
And they worked great, but I only have one vein that they can get an IV in. So I can't do that forever. I'll just be scarred and won't be able to get it in there then. And so, yeah, I've tried NAC. That doesn't seem to help either. So anyway, that's the one that I've been taking. But yeah. Jolene loves our Dining on a Dime Volume 1 and 2. Thank you everyone who bought for our really long Christmas sale this year. So I'll be honest, we were making up for lost time. I basically took off 6 months in 2025, all summer, and then I took off in January, and then I think I took off in April also. Because quite frankly, I just could not do it anymore. I was just too tired. And so we were trying to make up our income. So thank you for buying our cookbooks during our huge sale. Full color pictures. Right here, if you guys want to buy them, they're still 25% off since we don't ship. You can only get them through our website or if somebody has a used copy. If you find a copy on eBay or Amazon anywhere, it is a used copy because you can only get new copies from us. Unless somebody bought a new copy and then resold it as brand new. But
yeah, we had a couple of people email us and say, I can't believe you sent me a used book. Like, what? We never send used books.
We never send used books.
I can't find an order for you in our store. Like, did you buy it on Amazon or eBay? They're like, yeah. Yeah,
that's not us, guys.
That's other people selling versions that somebody else got at a book show like 20 years ago, which still are good recipes, but they're just and the funny thing is sometimes people on Amazon or eBay, I think Amazon mostly, one person from somewhere will put a book on for like $8,000. And then all these other people have software that tries to match the prices of the other ones. So then all of a sudden they're all $8,000. And if you come to us, they're always a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah. So, and you cannot buy them in the bookstores. Why? Because the bookstores, we would have to pay for shipping there and back when they didn't sell them. We had to pay to have them stored in the warehouse. We had to pay if they got damaged. We had to give them a huge discount, 50 to 75% off. I mean, it was ridiculous. So we lost monies with the bookstore and Amazon. So you will not find our books there.
We had thought about trying to get them.
Sorry about that, but yeah.
It was funny because at one point we were trying to figure out if we could get them in Amazon just so people could order them in Canada. I don't know if they would ship at other places, but at the time there was some kind of a logistical problem getting them to Amazon there. Mm-hmm. But we were trying that to get around the international problem. Yeah.
Country in the Badlands says, or no, Bounty in the Badlands. Sorry. The @ looked like a C there. Some other tips on proteins. Buy things like soup bones, short ribs, Terry's Major, skirt steak, and learn to cook them. Buy them from your butcher for cheaper, and they are really tasty. Yeah, although unfortunately here, they're not cheaper at the butcher because I have tried it here, and it's not cheaper, unfortunately. So just know your prices. Let's see the next one. Kentucky Gardener, have you seen the high-protein coffee drinks? They are 600 calories. Makes no sense. Yes, I actually 3 years ago did carnivore. And they said, just eat when you're hungry and just don't worry about calories. Don't worry about anything. Just to eat when you're hungry. And I gained 10 pounds in a month. I was so mad. I just now, after 3 years, have finally got that stupid 10 pounds off. But yeah, calories do count. Don't listen to anybody who tells you that they don't, because they do. It's absolutely crazy. So anyway, okay. Back to
I heard he sent it to you. Did you not get it?
Oh, there it is. Janine says, I got oil rain lamp 2 with palm and an elephant. Love your new bedroom tile. Thank you. Passionate Herbs says, I have the same problem. I eat healthy, just too much. Weight Watchers helps me be more creative with the food. Yeah, I just eat way too. I'm not sitting there pigging out on ding dongs and ho-hos. But when I'm hungry, and I think my biggest problem is I need to really just schedule in meals, because what happens is I'll eat my breakfast and then I'll get to doing things and I'll be ravenous. And so then I can't wait to eat. I can't wait to cook food. So I just start picking at everything I can eat. Like I'll grab a thing of chips, or I'll grab some tuna and I'll eat the chips at the same time. But I'm so hungry, it doesn't make me feel better. And yeah, so anyway, but Petty Grove, in the winter, I'm not as active. I guess I need to go to YMCA. Yeah. Well, I've been working out 5 days a week for 6 months now. I don't know why. I'm not sure what it's doing for me. But anyway, I guess I'm not working out hard enough, because I've been going to physical therapy for my plantar fasciitis and getting the Shockwave therapy. So now they're doing the exercises with me now that I can actually walk again. And they had me on this one machine. I was like, okay, I don't feel anything. But the next day, oh man, I was sore. Let's see, that was Monday. So yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, I was sore. I was like, oh my goodness, I guess I am not exercising hard enough at the gym. So I guess I need to work out harder at the gym. But it's hard when you're sitting there yawning as you're working out. I literally sit there and yawn the entire time I'm working out. So it's kind of hard to get motivated to do more. Barbara says, Dukin diet adds back regular foods once the weight is lost. Exercise must increase as the carbs are added back in. Okay, I don't know. All that stuff is just so complicated.
I exercise pretty aggressively, but there's a time where I got a trainer, I think when I had my knee problem in 2019, and she was a former Olympic athlete. She was just beating me up like crazy. I thought I was going to die. It was like, wow, I thought I was pretty aggressive with my training, but
yeah. Kathy said her Kroger had meat, ground beef 80/20 on sale for $4.99. She'll pick up 15 to 20 pounds. Wow. I don't have Kroger here, so I have to go 90 miles if I want Kroger. But if we're in the big city, then I'll pick it up. But Patricia, the Bible Diet was written by Jordan Rubin. Very good. I mean, I'm pretty much done with diets. It's like if I'm going to lose weight, I'm just going to eat meat, fruits, vegetables, and maybe just a little bit of carbs. My problem is I just got to get myself re-regulated again. So anyway, Amazing Grace. We go to Longhorn once a year for our anniversary. I love their steaks. Yeah, we didn't go to the Longhorn Steakhouse. Our friends raise Longhorn cattle, and they cut up their own cattle and was serving it. So, yeah.
it was delish.
Cut up their own cow.
Although,
or bull. I don't know which it was.
somebody wants to invite me to the Longhorn Steakhouse.
Hey, I'd happy go. If somebody else is paying. Good grief. Open, one of our friends is gluten-free and found out a while back that stores inject a wheat product into meat. Thus, it would get sick. He would get sick. Safeway is,
so I checked into
not.
it. Well, no, it's not. So they're not, it is, but it's not. It's not straight wheat, but you know that stuff where it says that there might be 10% extra juices or something like that in the chicken?
Yeah, I try to not get beef with that. I try to get just straight 100% beef.
Well, do they do it in beef? Maybe
I don't
it's in
know.
beef too. I've seen it in bird products like turkeys and stuff, but apparently some of the ingredients are those wheat derivatives that don't necessarily say wheat, but it will say contains wheat if you look really closely at the label. I didn't realize that till I looked and I was like, oh, yeah, we have seen those ones that were injected with something. And you used to say that they'd made you not feel good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a broth that they make, but they include wheat ingredients.
EFN 86 says, I got that too in both feet. I also have hypermobility, so stretches haven't been working. Let me tell you, I have had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. Literally from the time we got married. I remember getting my first pair of Birkenstocks, absolutely having a cow at spending $20 on a pair of specialty shoes because my feet hurt so bad. I got Shockwave therapy. Just Google it. I got Shockwave therapy. It has been an absolute miracle. I am not exaggerating when I say the beginning of November, I thought I was going to have to get a wheelchair. My feet were hurting so bad. I would just wanted to cry. I could hardly stand it because it hurt so bad. Go check out Shockwave therapy. It is like a miracle. My feet have not felt this good in 30 plus years. Monday, now I did way overdue. So yesterday I was super tired after doing it. But Monday I spent, Sunday I spent 3 hours painting my bedroom wall there because we have a lot of trim. So that took me a really long time. So I spent 3 hours painting that wall on Sunday. And then Monday, I went in and got everything cleared out and redecorated, cleaned out most of my closet. It doesn't look like I hardly did anything, but it took me a full 8 hours. I was on my feet. And then yesterday I was finishing up the dresser and everything, which I was probably on my feet another 4 or 5 hours. And I was not in pain. So you need to check out, if you have plantar fasciitis, you try the Shockwave therapy. It is definitely worth it. Here in Wyoming, it's like $350 for 8 treatments. And within 6, my foot was cured. Now, the only reason why I'm going longer for physical therapy is because I was in so much pain, they had to turn the machine down because I couldn't stand the pain when they were doing it. So they can turn the machine down and go easier and then work your way up. And they've had to be working their way up. So it's taken me a little bit longer. But let me tell you, I would spend $10,000 to have this treatment. It is that miraculous. I am not exaggerating at all. It is absolutely miraculous.
The first person that did it, though, to her is a friend who trains MMA fighters.
Yeah.
And so he was going on a maximum strength, and she found out from a different place that you don't have to be maximum strength.
I mean, I was holding, his wife is my friend. Well, they're both our friends, but I was holding his wife's hand. I was in tears. I wanted to throw up. I was doubled up in pain while he was doing the 3-minute treatment. But here's the thing. I kept going back because it was working. Even the first time I stepped out of the office and I was like, I can put my foot on the floor and it doesn't hurt. So I kept going back. Well, I didn't know this. You can turn the machine down. I just wanted to punch him in the face. Like, I love you, David, but I'm going to punch you in the face. So anyway, I found out later it's covered by my insurance. I'm on Medicare, but whatever insurance you have, check and see. You just have to have a physical therapy prescription. And so I went to the foot doctor, and then my regular doctor, and got a physical therapy prescription for it. And it's covered by my insurance now. So all I have to do is pay my deductibles. So for me, it's super cheap now instead. And Susie says, is it used for anything else? Yeah. So I have a spot in my back where I fell when David was a baby. So 23 years ago, I fell. And in order to catch him from hitting on the stone floor, I was walking down the stairs with him. He was a baby and I was holding him like this and I tripped and he started flying and I grabbed him. Well, when I did, I wrenched my back. So I went and got another prescription so I could do it both at the same time. And I'm doing it on my back and my neck and shoulders. It's like an absolute miracle. So even if I run out of insurance, I'm going to go back and have them work on my fibromyalgia next, on all those really bad spots of fibromyalgia. Like in my thighs, I have these really bad knots. My knots are absolutely going away. I had knots in my feet that were this size. When Mike would rub my feet, they were this size. I'm not kidding. It was bigger than a golf ball in the bottom of my feet. It hurt so bad. The knots are totally gone. I get absolutely nothing from this. I am not a doctor, but I'm telling you, this was an absolute miracle for me. It helps neuropathy. If you've got neuropathy, they say that it helps with neuropathy too. So, and what it does is, yeah, Gina said, somebody must have asked, what does it do? It breaks up the scar tissue. And so what happens is it breaks up the scar tissue, and then it allows your muscles. It's a really deep tissue. I don't want to say massage because it's not a massage, but it's a really deep tissue muscle work, I guess is how to say it. And it breaks up the scar tissue and then allows your muscle to re-heal correctly, so you don't have all these knots and everything in there. So it's absolutely a miracle for me.
Since you were just on that subject, there are suddenly on YouTube a bunch of
Okay, before I go back to the other questions, let me just answer that since we're on. Is it similar to a TENS unit? No and yes. The pain is similar to a TENS unit where you can turn it up and down. So like you can turn TENS unit so it's really low and then work your way up. It's similar to that, but it is not the same. This is different. And then it's like a little mini jackhammer hammering on the muscles. And just go YouTube it. It's Shockwave therapy. Just go look it up on YouTube. And then you can do it. But guys, ask about it. I'm not kidding. It's an absolute miracle for me. I know I'm raving about it. I legitimately thought I was going to be on crutches or in a wheelchair pretty soon because I was hurting so bad. 24 hours a day. I couldn't sleep. I would get up in the bathroom in the middle of the night and I could barely make it to the bathroom. As a matter of fact, what did it for me was the night before I called the podiatrist, I thought I'm going to have to crawl to the bathroom on my hands and knees because it hurts so bad. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. There has to be something they can do to help me with this. And I've already been to the podiatrist like 3 times in the last 30 years. And they just gave me orthotics that were ridiculously expensive, several $100s that didn't work. And so this time I went and I did get a cortisone shot, which I would not recommend. That hurt like the dickens, but in only 1 foot. So I can tell the difference in the 2 feet. And the first foot, it hurt so bad. I told them, don't give it to me in the second one. I can't handle it because it hurt so bad. So anyway, yeah. Let's see what else. It's like breaking up kidney stones. Yeah, it probably would be. But I would ask, let me see. So it does help my back pain, and I'm getting it on the fibromyalgia knots in my back, and it's helping to loosen that up. And I'm on Medicare because I'm on disability, and my Medicare is covering it with a prescription from the doctor. Let's see. So I already answered that. Throat punch. Yeah, Patricia, I was like, you are not my friend anymore. But you can tell it helped because I kept going back, even though it was childbirth was not that painful. And I kept going back though, because it was only for 3 to 5 minutes. And when I would go literally, I could put my foot back down on the ground again every single time. And I would put my foot down and then I'd go work out. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. But anyway, okay, let's see. I think I got all the Shockwave covered. Okay, so I'll go back to the regular comments here real quick. All right. Dessert Lady, just curious, when will you subscribe to your new channel? Subscribers for many years feel like I'm missing out. Okay, you're not missing out on anything. It's just I'm just doing my regular recipes. But yeah, I have YouTube bipolar disorder.
You have said it.
Yeah. Okay, so my new channel. I was doing a video every day so I have 3 channels right now. Living on a Dime, which you're watching right now, Super Easy Recipes, my cooking channel, and then my new channel. What happened was Living on a Dime, the algorithm has been so messed up because over the years, we've just done so many topics. We've done our story about how I grew up in extreme poverty, and then we were doing prepping, and we were trying to do cooking channels, which is really what we wanted to do what I wanted to do in the first place. And then we've done stockpiling and all this. So the algorithm over the last 18 years of doing YouTube, almost 19 years of doing YouTube, has really gotten messed up. So I started Super Easy Recipes. And what happened with that then is the algorithm picked up all my candy and easy pour a can of this and pour a box of that together videos and said that that's what that channel was about, which it wasn't, but that's what they said it was about. And so then the algorithm turned it into all cookies or all candies and stuff. Well, we needed money to pay the bills. So that's what we went with, because you got to have money to pay the bills. So
it was Christmas candy world domination.
yeah. So then I'm like, well, if I'm going to be doing Christmas candies, I'm going to be world domination when it comes to fudge. And I have made over 90 fudge recipes, different variations of fudge. I was trying to get to 100 and I just couldn't do it. But I made over 90 variations of fudge in the last 2 years. So I started the third channel, which is not named at the moment, because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody what my channel is. I'm going to have the algorithm pick it up, the correct audience, and just do regular cooking out of my Dining on a Dime cookbooks right here, Dining on a Dime. Well, I just can't do Super Easy Recipes and the new channel at the same time. So today we were trying to sit and refigure again. We were looking at the channels that my viewers are watching, and we realized two different things about what our viewers are watching. So we have a new plan, and I think we're going to put the new channel, even though I'm like this close to getting monetized, put the new channel on the back burner, maybe.
You just want a third play button. That's what it is.
Yes. Put the new channel on the back burner for a moment. And I think I'm just going to go and just start making regular stuff on Super Easy Recipes. Because quite frankly, I'm kind of sick of sweetened condensed milk and chips, to be honest. If I ever see another can of sweetened condensed milk, I think I might throw up. And the same for cake mixes. I really don't want to be doing all cake mix recipes. Cake mixes are fine and I have no problem with them. But when you do cake mix recipes for 4 months in a row, 6 months in a row, you kind of get sick of it. So I think I'm going to see if I can just turn Super Easy Recipes into just an all cooking channel with dinner recipes and everything. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I would like to just do all my recipes out of my cookbook, because I mean, I've got over 1,200 recipes and tips in here. So, all right, you can say the next one. To give you address, that is what I was going to say about paint price. That's a new car. Wow, I know. There's no way I'm spending $35,000 painting my place. Now, the only caveat is we do have 2 sections of our house, well, in this garage also, that are 3 stories.
Gee,
so
if my knee was in okay shape, it'd be like it was at your mom's old house on the scaffold. Remember that?
Yeah. So I don't know if I have the guts to get. I've done 2 stories at this house. When I did some trim, I've done 2 stories. I don't know if I can do 3 stories.
If you wait till my knee's better, I can get up there for you.
Yeah, but what if you fall off and die? Then I'm toast.
I know, Jesus.
I know, but then I'm left running the business by myself.
Oh, so invaluable.
Yes, you're my bookkeeper.
Oh, just a bookkeeper, that's all.
And my thumbnail man and my SEO man and my fixing it all behind the scenes, keeping the website going when Chinese hackers take us out in the middle of the night on New Year's Eve.
Wow, thank you, honey. That's a high praise.
I do appreciate you.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate you too.
Do you really, though?
I've been complimenting her a lot on her decorating and her creativity in all sorts of ways, painting and
We actually have 10
She's-
different channels started for all these different things that I've tried. And what happens is I get going on a channel, like I have a soap making channel that we haven't put anything on lately, but I have 20,000 subscribers on that channel.
wow.
But what happened was then COVID hit and living on a dime took over with all the prepping videos, and we were making 10 times the amount of money. So I was like, why are we even doing that? So
Yeah.
everybody's wanting to know, are you still doing a Bible channel?
Currently, we don't currently know. I had continued to give it thought over it, although I don't know. Lately, I've been unsure. I still want to do it, but I was wondering if I should do something else that would be an income generating thing first. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's another thing I kind of took on that's taken a lot of the ministry component of my time. A lot.
Yeah.
So
he's spending he was spending about 28 to 30 hours a week on this ministry thing that he's been working on and kind of pulled back a lot. So probably October and November he was doing that and then realizing, okay, we can't keep doing this.
I still have a heart to do the Bible channel though, and I have some videos that I've already shot that are edited or mostly edited. And so what I was trying to do.
The channel's still up. It's just not any new content.
Yeah, it's Christian ABCs. I don't know if you search that, if it'll come up, but I wanted to get like 5 or 10 new episodes before I start them again, just to make sure that I don't start and then stop. So that's the situation there.
Yeah. But
actually, something else is that certain parts of the production were making it take an enormous amount of time to make one episode. Largely getting the text on the screen because of how much there was. And I started watching Mike Winger, and I realized he's got a way that is a lot easier for the text part. So I might still be able to do that. I was just thinking if I could come up with a fast way to put them out, I would absolutely love to do it. So it's still on my mind.
But see what happened. Okay, so I just looked. January 30th, we will have been on YouTube for 19 years.
We were some of the first.
We were some of the very first YouTubers. How we're still doing this, I don't know. But anyway, and so all those other channels, I've got a couple of different soap channels. I've got a gluten-free channel and a couple of recipe channels. Well, I got like 4 recipe channels. And quite frankly, I just didn't want to do living on a dime anymore. For 10 years, I've been tired and not wanting to do it. And quite frankly, the reason why I didn't want to do it is because we got on the Penny Pension Mama series. And we got all these whiny people. Oh, dear. Oh, I have a moment coming. Trying to get myself under control here.
I didn't hear where you were going.
But we got all these whiny people that just basically refuse to do anything to improve their life. And honestly, I just got sick of it. I was like, I'm sorry. There are all these things. I don't care how absolutely dirt poor you are. Living in the United States, it is very, very rare that you can do anything. We have one viewer, Nathaniel. He has probably one of the most severe disabilities that you can have. And he's always sharing with me these great ways that he's able to save money and improve his life in spite of this horrible disability that he has. And I just frankly got tired of all these whining people. Every solution you give them, well, I can't do this or I can't do that. And I was honestly quite sick of it. And that's why we changed the channel from living on a dime to living on a dime to grow rich. Because the point of living on a dime is not to just suffer in your misery for the rest of your life and just go, woe is me, look how poor I am all the time. That's not the point of living on a dime. The point of living on a dime is so that you can take your savings over here and save your money over here. So you're eating chicken instead of ground beef now when ground beef is really expensive, so that you can take that money and use it for other things like paying off your house and paying off all your cars and your student loans. So then you're rich. But people just couldn't get that concept. So that's partly why I tried all these other different channels, because I was just frankly sick of it. And then COVID hit and all of our prepping channels just went through the roof, and we actually started making a decent income, more than $2 an hour. And so making some money, we're like, okay, well, maybe we should be prepping. Well, then prepping just brought in a whole new audience that was even more challenging. And so that's when I started Super Easy Recipes, my cooking channel that's doing really well now, because honestly, I just want to do a cooking channel. That's all I wanted to do. When I wrote Dining on a Dime, when I wrote this, all I wanted to do was just show people how to save money on cooking. That's all I wanted to do.
Without eating beans alone.
Out living on beans. Because at the time, Dave Ramsey kept telling everybody, you just live on beans and rice. And I know he was being sarcastic, but he just kept saying, all you got to do is eat beans and rice and beans. And that's all you got to do. And I was like, no, you don't. You can eat really, really well for super cheap.
James said it all began with snow ice cream in Kansas.
It
Wow.
did.
Yes,
it did. That was our very first video. And let me tell you,
and there was
that video took us like 6 hours to film, and it was freezing. Oh my goodness. Back then,
well, I was a TV producer at the time, and I had some TV equipment, and Tara had never done a video like that before. And I was trying to do it in the TV way because there was no measuring stick for how to do it. In those days, you couldn't just pull out your phone and hold it up in front of you and talk. You had to have like actual equipment. So it took a long time to do some of those first few videos.
Yeah.
Over time, we learned to do it better. And what really surprised me was the point where I realized Tara was just...
I just started turning on the camera and going.
She would turn on a camera and she would be backlit and there'd be a window behind her and the sound wasn't very good, but people liked it. So we're like, maybe we shouldn't be this perfect about it. So...
Yes. So I took over the editing and shooting and all that, and put Mike on, even though he's the one with the college degree in TV production. I was a producer, production department. He was a PBS producer
for 20 years.
Yeah.
And so I love doing that. I was trained to do it for network television or something where it had to be super, super perfect. And so it's a little, I've been able to do less perfect, but it took a while. And even though it's less perfect, I still have a little bit of trouble letting go of some things. Like it drives me crazy if the sound is there and it just cuts in the middle of a word or something like that.
Which I do all the time.
A lot of people do that.
Because I quickly go through and edit. And now I have a teenager that's editing for me. And she's doing a fabulous job, and I'm so glad to be done with that. I mean, she's just doing the rough edits for me because she's only been working for a month. And so I'm going to get her on to doing all of the edits soon, but I was getting her trained on the rough edit first. But
she's a family friend. She definitely has skills in editing.
Yeah. Well, today I found out she likes cooking and I didn't even know it. So it's pretty funny.
Well, and it's also cool because she's the kind of person that listens a lot and is easily adaptable. So
Yeah.
like she was able to pick up what Tara was asking her to do really easily.
Yeah.
Whereas we've hired other people who are adults who say they do this sort of thing, and it costs more to try to teach them how to do it than just do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's doing a great job.
So anyway, that's the whole her. You guys probably don't want to know all that, but now with me just turning on the camera and going and not being perfect and all that, now we're making more money than we ever have in our entire lives, and we're making really good money. And Donna, oh, because of you falling off the ladder and dying. I don't care if he dies. It's being disabled that I would be really ticked at.
Believe me.
Because if I have to put up with you being disabled for the rest of your life because you fell off the ladder painting.
I did it for you, honey.
Yeah, it ain't worth it for that. I'll hire somebody for that.
So,
but we could hire somebody just to do the tall
You'd
piece.
rather hire somebody to paint and have me do the dishes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a good dish person. I appreciate your dish skills.
There were some other things lately that I realized.
I do all the cooking. Mike does all the dishes. But yeah. Okay. Back to comments here. Let's see. Did you send me the last batch here?
Just Vicky says, "Oh, Tara, repent now, girl." I think it was for the "I don't care if he dies."
I know you know Jesus.
I sent you 4.
I did not get 4.
What? I sent me 4.
Yeah, I have no problem with you dying. It's just if you're
you would
disabled.
Like, oh no, how do I get in the bank account?
Yeah, I would have a problem with that. That's for sure.
She has the information, but she doesn't know where to find it. But the boys
know. I could find it, but I mean, I could find it.
All of the boys know.
Yeah. Rusty says, I'm anemic. I was doing B12 shots. I think I could clean my whole house in 30 minutes. Push up. Yeah. So I have the MTHFR gene, so I can't process B12. So I do take B12 every day. And that did significantly help me when I started taking that. I should try the shots again and see what it does. EFN says, my favorite cheap protein right now is Walmart cold cooked chicken. Yeah. Or the Costco ones too. Walmart discounts them to $3. Wow, that's great. Ours, I've never seen them discounted at our place, but I used to when we lived in Colorado. Could get them for $2.50, and it was great. Gina says you will gain weight at first on carnivore. Well, what I found out later was that you're only supposed to eat a pound of meat a day, which is about 1,200 calories if you want to lose weight. So that makes sense.
4 pounds a day. Not 4 pounds.
Not 4 pounds a day. I was like, "Oh, I get to eat steak. I'm going to eat all the steak I want." That was before steak was not affordable. Patricia says, "Got your books right before Christmas on Christmas Eve. In fact, it was perfect for some last-minute baking. Yay! I am so glad. Yeah, they are still 25% off if you buy them through us. We do that because we don't send them to the bookstores or Amazon or anything." So, yes. Dear Path Treasure says Crocs work for plantar fasciitis. You know, those don't work as good for me as the Telix used to. The Telix were the best. They're like a Croc, but they're softer and they had a foam arch, but then they changed their design and they're not as good as they used to be. So I was really sad. Patricia says, I've gone through all the books and bookmark all the recipes I want to make. I love your books. Thank you so much. And she also says it's a great investment and that I did do world fudge domination on YouTube. She says, I love it. The second book is my favorite. Yes. So I guess I need to make a candy cookbook now because everybody kept asking me this year, oh, do you have candy recipes in a book yet? And I'm like, no. So I don't know if I'm going to get that done or not. Everybody's wishing you would start the new Bible channel.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. Miss Lisa says, Tara, complaining about Mike on a ladder painting. Weren't you up on a ladder painting near a stairwell in your house when you were first moved in? Girl, maybe I missed something. Oh, yeah, I did. But if I die, I don't care. I'm good if I die.
See, there's a double standard here. You get life insurance if I died.
Yeah.
Not
See?
nearly as much as
You
my
don't get any
value,
life
but-
insurance. You can't even insure me. See, you're more valuable than I am. I'm just the face.
I'm
You're
more
the brawn.
valuable than the insurance would pay you.
That's true. That is definitely true. Yeah, that has definitely been true.
So I'm curious on the Bible channel thing, people. What I had on there before was going through, I started in the book of John. I think I made it to chapter 7 or 8. And I had a few other videos too. And I was just going through, reading it and talking about it and explaining things. I'm hearing myself twice. What I was thinking about doing was more topical things about various topics that people ask a lot of questions about as pre-done videos. Tara suggested doing something live, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
I think you
What-
should just turn on the camera and just answer Bible questions.
Well, I'm not opposed to that. And that
Then
would
do it.
probably be easier. What is it that you would prefer, everyone? Should I
doesn't
say one
matter.
for this
Just
and two
do
for
what's
that?
easy for you just to get going.
Okay.
All right. Do we turn off the camera and turn on Bible?
Well,
After
I'll have
this?
to talk to you off camera about what part of
Oh.
my delay on that is.
Well, I know part of your delay is. I know. So,
So.
it's a lot of it is just time at the moment. Literally, we have no time with Mike's new ministry thing that he's doing. It's there is no time. So that's part of the question. So, although that will probably be not well, yeah, never mind.
See the topics. Well, of course, I could
Live
do-
topic with a small devotion on topic, then open it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be great.
Well, in a sense, that would be not unlike what we did on this channel for
Yeah.
a while. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually already made a little studio in the office. So, cool. Well, now that I found logos, that might also make it easier.
So, okay, let's just go see how much money Mike Winger makes. I know it's not exact, but let's just see what he makes.
Mike's not really doing it for the money. I mean,
I know
he
he's not
makes
doing
money
it
on
for the
but-
money, but
That's
it
a-
would tell us an estimate. Well, that would be worth it.
I see how you are. Okay. All right. Well, since we're in a lull in the business right now, it might not be a bad time.
Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
See, I told you so.
I just
How
want
many
to.
times do I tell him I told you so?
We'll talk off camera and see if you still agree.
See what we cut in our lives to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe in March.
I love the idea of doing
Maybe
it.
in March.
It's mostly what we're doing with our financial future
Yes.
question that I'm struggling with.
The problem is right now we're actually making money, which we need.
Well, and
So
the other thing I'm doing, I think I just ended up in sort of by accident because I think God appointed me to it. And I'm finding that it was a whole lot of work, but the
we were
people
told
that
it would be about 2 hours a month, and it's been about 20 hours a week. So
well, it's a little bit less now because I've been kind of reining it in, but
Christmas and everything.
but it does benefit an awful lot of people who really need to be benefited.
Yes.
So,
So anyway, yeah. So, all right. So go check out our cookbooks, guys, livingonadime.com. Mike will put the link in there. Link is also in the description below. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you guys later. Bye-bye.
awesome to see you again.